Hi guys, so we're back for another test. So basically for this test, for this question number 1, I need to graph this function. So f at x equals 3 sine 2x minus 130 plus 0.5. Now, the first thing I have to do is factor this, and I know I can factor by taking out the 2, which is going to leave me with negative 65. So then, I'm just going to show you what the basic sine function looks like. 1, let's say this is 360, 180, 270. So this is what the basic sine function looks like. So I'm going to be applying all these transformations to this to be able to get a new graph. So basically first I have to state these. So I know that A is equal to 3, the amplitude, K is 2, C is 0.5, and then D is 65. So what I already know and what I can already tell is that the amplitude is going to be 3. The period is 360 divided by k, which in this case is 360 divided by 2, which is 180. Basically, this whole graph is going to have to fit into 180. And then I know there's going to be a vertical translation. It's going to be up by 0.5, and then a phase shift which is going to be to the right because it's a negative by 65. So what I can do next is basically start plotting some of the points. If that's what I have to do. Yes, I basically have to start plotting some of the points. So I know that this whole graph is going to have to fit into 180, which is, I have already graphed some of it. So here we go. At 90, at 45, it's going to be here 1, and then, 90 plus, at 135 is going to be a negative 1. So basically it's going to be looking something like this at first. This is 180 right here. So there we go, I've already applied for my period. Now I know that my amplitude is 3, which means that I'm going to have to start at 3 basically. Yeah, which means I'm going to have to start by 3. I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, which means that I'm going to be going up here to 3 and this down to negative 3, which means I'm going to start having something that looks like this. There we go. And then next I have my vertical translation, which means it's going to be going up by 0.5. So every point is going to be going up by 0.5, I believe. Yeah. There we go. So the 0.5 is basically plotted somewhere around here. So if I just want to take my ruler so I know I'm precise. So 0.5. There we go. This here is 3.5. You'll see why later I plotted that point. And yeah, I think that's basically all I need to graph this. Am I right? Sorry. Yeah, I am. So basically next, I'm just going to be moving everything by 0.5. This right here is going to be here. This is going to be somewhere here. One. Oh, no, -3, which was supposed to be here. So sorry, the graph was supposed to be something like that. But then it's going to move up here. And then that is going to go here. So what I'm going to be having is basically something that looks like that. And then next, I'm going to have a phase shift to the right by 65. So each point I can be moving it to the right by 65. So I'm just going to put my plots in red. Yeah, sorry. There we go. So 0 plus 65 is somewhere here. So I know it's going to be here. I'm gonna have 45 plus 65 equals 110, which is going to be here. So basically it's going to be at 3.5. So I've plotted that point, I've plotted this point. Now I need to graph this point. So 90 plus 65 equals 155, which is somewhere here. And then as you can see, I don't have much space for my graph later, but I know my final graph is going to be looking something like this. I'm sorry, I don't have much space, but as you can see, it'll keep going like that. So if I just need to take another piece of paper and put it here, I know that the rest basically, yeah, 90 plus 45 equals 300. So I know at some point that at 300, that this is supposed to be my point 300, but as you can see, it doesn't go right on the scale. And then 180 plus 65. No, not 300. I'm sorry, not 300. At 200, sorry. So somewhere around 200, it's going to be here. And then 180 plus 65 equals, at the point 245 on the scale, it's going to be right here. So that is going to be my final graph. As you can see, I didn't have much space. So f at x equals 3 sine 2x minus 130 plus 0.5. And I'm not even sure if this is the right, if this is the right function, because my thing was cut off, like on the test. So I'm not sure if this was right, but this is what I graphed. So next, next I'm going to be writing my amplitude algebraically. And I know that my max is my max is equal to 3.5 and my min is equal to negative 2.5, because remember I moved up by 0.5. So my amplitude is basically max, I believe. My amplitude is max minus min divided by 2. My vertical translation is max plus min divided by 2. So my amplitude is, I don't even need to write this though, I don't think so. So 3.5 minus min, but it's already a minus, it's going to be plus 2.5 equals 6 divided by 2, which is equal to 3. So I have my max, my min, my amplitude, and now I believe I have, the last thing I have to do is find the domain and range. So I know the domain, if I put any point, it's going to go in, so it's going to be x, everything real. And then my range is going to be any y value, but it has to be between negative 2.5 y 3 point, basically has to be between these two numbers. So that's it for my first question. Thank you.